Hello, my name is Lawrence. We are here again in this new video to talk to you about English from the Bible. By the way, I hope you are having a great day and you are well seated in your house, in your home, and everything is going on well. Okay? All right, we are in this new video doing, our studies on the biblical English, all right, as you know. And we are right now in Genesis chapter 1. And in Genesis chapter 1, we are actually dealing with life in the garden, okay? Life in the garden. But before I start explaining a little bit, I will first of all have the reading, all right? So listen carefully, and it's gonna be very, very interesting right now. Okay. The Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground the Lord God made every tree grow that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life was also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it parted and became four river heads. The name of the first is Pishon. It is the one which skirts the whole land of Avila, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good, bdellium, and the onyx stone are there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one which goes around the whole land of Cush. The name of the third river is Edekel. It is the one which goes toward the east of Assyria. The fourth river is Euphrates. Then the Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to tend and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat of it you shall surely die. And the Lord God said, It is not good for man that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. Out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, every bird of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called each living creature, that was its name. So Adam gave names to all cattle, to the birds of the air, to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was no found a helper comparable to him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. Then the rib which the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman. And he brought her to the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Okay. We are talking about uh, the life in the Garden of Eden. When God created man, as you know, we have done the previous video on the history of creation. It didn't just stop there, okay? We have to realize that there was also a garden in the creation, and the garden was called the Garden of Eden because it was placed in Eden. Okay, it's just the name, the name. Okay, and then afterward, that garden had several characteristics, several features in which the man find himself, comfortable. Okay. But before I continue, I have to explain to you from our small, understanding of these things, which is very, very critical and very, very important. Okay. We have to understand that everything started that God, the Lord God, planted a garden in Eden. That's the first thing we have to understand. He put the man whom he had formed in it, meaning he took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden. He made every tree grow that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, meaning that he he actually knew that man would eat something, so he planted trees in it, all right, with fruits for food. Okay, he made the tree of life in the garden, so there was also the tree of life. He made the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. There was also the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He made the river coming from Eden to water the garden. He made this river to part and to become 4 river 8. Okay, 4 river 8, which is Pishon, Gihon, Hiddekel, and Euphrates. Okay, the Lord God put the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and keep it. This is very important. Meaning the Lord God uh, actually wanted that the man should tend and keep the Garden of Eden. Meaning he gave him the full responsibility to keep it, to tend it first, and then to keep it. Okay. Then the Lord God commanded the man to eat of each and every fruit, each and every fruit of the trees that were there, except the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the Lord God, that means he was able to eat everything, whatever he wanted. Okay. Then the Lord God gave the man permission to name all creatures. Is it wonderful? He gave him the permission to name creatures, meaning the man was, busy naming, the birds and all the other creatures that was actually available there. And the Lord God created the woman now. Here we have to understand that God find that man was actually alone, lonely, and he said he shouldn't be like that. He should have somebody beside him to do this work with him, because he's not talking to anyone like person to person, and he doesn't see anybody who is actually his friend, his companion. So I must create another person. And the Lord God created a woman and brought her to the man. And from there, the life in the garden was actually reality. This is what God did for us, in the creation. That's actually God's idea. Listen to this. We took several, words that could be very important for us. I know you might know them, but they are actually important for us to know them in this text. We have the garden, as you know. We have Eden. We have good over here. We have evil. We have the woman. We have the man. Okay? These are very, very, very easy words, but we must know them in order to read the biblical English, the Bible in English. You must know this word. We must have an idea of them because they appear in the text. Okay? And over here, Pishon, Gihon, Hiddekel, and Euphrates, these are rivers. Okay? These are names of the rivers that are available in the Garden of Eden. Alright? So it's very, very easy. We are working hard toward getting the knowledge of the biblical English out there. Alright? It might be out. Everybody should know that you can learn English through the Bible by increasing your vocabulary, meaning that whenever you want to preach, to translate, to speak biblically speaking, or with referencing to the Bible, you can actually have a source of vocabulary as well and understanding of certain things, biblically speaking. But the most important to know is that as we build slowly and slowly, step by step, we get the knowledge of the vocabulary that is actually mostly biblically based. All right, thank you very much. God bless you. We want to see you, liking, sharing, and calling your friend to like, to share, to enjoy these videos. And we know that we are aiming for great things, and along with all the viewers and all those who support us in this work, we're gonna do a great thing. Okay, great is yet to come. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.